Welcome. In this video for Advanced Road Design, we'll look at the interface provided to HEC-RAS, which models the hydraulics of water flow through natural rivers and other channels. This interface exports geometry data to HEC-RAS and imports the water surface elevations calculated by HEC-RAS. Firstly, for those that have never used HEC-RAS before, the river must be created with increasing changes going upstream. However, the cross-sections must be created looking downstream. The ARD HEC-RAS interface will flip these sections for you, so you just need to create an alignment heading in the right direction, that is upstream. In the current drawing there are three alignments. The alignment named HEC-ARD is the centre line of the river. The ARD requirement here is that all rivers must start with the prefix HEC-. The two other alignments represent the left and right bank locations. And just as important, there needs to be a surface to extract cross-sections from, and in this case it is called NS. Changing to the HEC-RAS ribbon tab, this shows the various functions that are needed. These are arranged in a workflow from left to right. Pick Create River and select the river centre line. This form allows the user to nominate the spacing of the cross-sections as well as the width both left and right. The spacing and widths will be dependent and different on each and every project being assessed. With the sections sampled, use River Properties next to define the river. This establishes the alignments needed to define the left and right banks, together with appropriate Mannings values for these zones. Users can create ineffective areas, house obstructions, and skewed sections. These will be discussed in another video. To transfer the section to HEC-RAS, select Export to HEC-RAS. A window appears indicating whether any extra areas have been found. Following that, the next window indicates the number of rivers found, alignments starting with HEC-. The G01 file generated will appear in Notepad. This file needs to be loaded into HEC-RAS. This ends the export process. The rest of the river analysis is completed in HEC-RAS. Swapping to HEC-RAS, starting a new project, then use Edit Enter Geometry Data. Import geometry data with a HEC-RAS format, and pick the G01 file created by ARD. The river shape and sections can now be seen in the HEC-RAS graphics area, which should resemble that of ARD. Add some flow data and then perform a steady flow simulation. The results can then be viewed graphically in HEC-RAS. Once you are happy with the result, the water levels can be exported back into ARD. From the output tables, a user-defined table will need to be created as can be seen. Then write this information into a text file. Swapping back into ARD, use the Import from HEC-RAS function, selecting the text file created from HEC-RAS. 3D polylines will then be created in the drawing, across the river at each and every section, as well as two along the river water's edge. These polylines can then be used to create a surface. So, create a surface, then add these 3D polylines as break lines. The surface can then be displayed in various ways based on styles. Level shading is currently shown. More importantly, after the water surface has been created, it can then be used in cross-section plotting. When plotting cross-sections, from the Roads tab, edit the row data on the Row Options tab and add Model Surface, selecting the water surface along with various parameters. That concludes our video on the ARD HEC-RAS interface. Whilst the procedure has been shown in Civil 3D, the process is identical in the AutoCAD and BricsCAD versions. For further information on advanced road design, please visit our website www.civilsurveysolutions.com.au.